Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to the Nexus Gaming Series. My name is Bahamut. We find ourselves here in a Nexus Division matchup with gillyShark on the left-hand side, and we have Phoenix Rising Ruby on the right. And if you're sitting at home and you're just eating pizza watching hockey and you're like, wait, Bahamut, how do we get here? It's okay, team. I got you covered. Don't worry about it. On the left-hand side, we had gillySharks losing the coin flip, the members of Phoenix Rising Ruby then opting for first pick priority for game number 1. Phoenix Rising Ruby banned out Dragonshire and Brax's Holdout. Towers of Doom and Infernal Shrines were banned out by the side of gillyShark. And gillyShark, having the first map priority as the enemy team went for first pick, is going to be choosing to take us to Cursed Hollow. Let's get back on into our draft and find out what we have so far for our bans. We do see a Greymane ban on the left-hand side, and we do have a Malthael and Abathur ban from the side of Phoenix Rising Ruby. What are the summons called? There's, what is it, like Mega Flare, Giga Flare, and Terra Flare? That's at least from Final Fantasy VII. Those are the Bahamut summons I remember off the top of my head. There's like slight variations on the names because because technically it's like Bahamut 0, but it's like Terra Flare instead or something like that. What about if you're smoking and having a drink? Enjoy yourself then. What rank are these teams? This is the Nexus division. So here is the Ngsmr Breakdown. That is not apparently how that command works. Ngsmr. So we are in the Nexus division. So this is basically Master and less. So the average MMR of these teams is Master. That's how they kind of do it. They average all the players together, and they say, all right, what is going to be the average MMR? Master range, okay, where they're going to go into the Nexus division. The average MMR for Division A, as we said, is going to be Diamond 1. We casted some Division B games, which were Diamond 3 average MMR. We casted some Division E games, which are average MMR of Gold 3, which means they are still better than me. All right, let's get into the draft, though, because we do have a lot of things happening here. Thank you once again for hanging out, everyone. I do appreciate all of the support, and I'm doing my best to read chat, but sometimes I miss a couple things here and there. Sonya was the other ban from gillyShark. We got a Brightwing Hanzo from the side of gillyShark. Uther, Diablo, Cassia on the side of Phoenix Rising Ruby. Really good single target blow up coming out from Phoenix Rising Ruby on this map, but the macro is a little lackluster so far. Wave clear is moderately good for the side of Phoenix Rising Ruby. Not the best from, actually it's pretty moderate actually from gillyShark depending on the direction you head into. Let's say Hanzo goes into Redemption at level 1 and just goes into auto attack build. Not going to be the best for wave clear, but Explosive Air at level 4 could be the direction to go. Maybe we see a target practice as well for amplification of that damage. Whitemane to be banned out on the left-hand side to mitigate one of the double supports that could potentially go in with Uther. Her subjugation value is really strong in a dive-based composition, and that's maybe what we're seeing coming out from gillyShark. Gonna see a Mei, gonna see a Dahaka. A lot more global, double global between the Brightwing and, and the Dahaka. Mei is going to have a lot of good setup. Hanzo might be able to follow up and has good poke potential as well, but I feel like the gillyShark draft is lacking in damage overall. So we can go ahead and, sorry, I'm just getting the Twitch prediction kind of set up a little bit on the side here. Last two picks, though, on the side of Phoenix Rising Ruby. As I said, they need more wave clear. A Falstead would be wonderful here, and maybe like a Lucio. It's actually going to be a Stukov and Sylvanas. So push power. Team fight's pretty okay on the side of Phoenix Rising Ruby. Burst potential is very high if they're able to lock someone in, but we have a gillyShark Classic with Samuro coming out, so let me go ahead and do a Twitch prediction. Who wins? Who wins? It's going to be gillyShark or Phoenix Rising Ruby. I'm going to give you all 2 minutes on this because you know, we have delay on stream and all that stuff as well, so you're probably just now getting that last pick, so it gives you a little bit of extra time as well to see the draft once we load into the game. But thank you once again. That was a really quick draft from both these teams getting into this Cursed Hollow game. Thank you everyone for hanging out, and thank you for the insane amount of support. Also, I gotta say, I found this shirt in the closet. It's from when we did the Aztec Reef Rescue like marathon stream, and I got to stream for like 4.5 hours, maybe 5 hours. I just casted games for like 4 or 5 hours to raise money for the Australian reef. Like, I want to do more of that stuff, but I want to do like a Baja Ross like charity stream or something like that, and then like raffle off the painting in the end or something. Either way, let's go ahead and get on into a game, everybody. On the left-hand side, we have the members of gillyShark. We're going to see Veggies on the May. We have Stark on the Ngsmr, Kaimo Tripson playing the Brightwing, Chesslooter will be on the Hanzo, and Zergy on the Dahaka. For the right-hand side, we have Phoenix Rising Ruby. Fragastellar will be on the Sylvanas. Danalor is going to be on the Stukov, excuse me. I actually had to write this down. Jassalo, because that's actually what they told me in the coin flip lobby. Jassalo is going to be on the Uther, H2 on the Diablo, and Mixels on that Cassia. Let's get into our mid lane, check out our level 1s, and see what our first engagement looks like. I'm realizing I have an ad button on my Twitch, or on my Stream Deck. I should probably move that away from the player button that's literally right next to it so I don't accidentally run a 60-second ad during the middle of a team fight. Anyways, let's go ahead and see what happens here. We have the enhanced agility from Dahaka to be able to meander around the map a lot faster. We have Uther with the Hammer the Lightbringer at level 1, so you have the auto attacks will reduce the cooldown of Hammer of Justice, and then you also have that passive value as well for mana return, so you're not as starved as the Uther player, which often is happening. Hanzo going to be going to the simple geometry. Don't think I noted that. And then Thunderstrokes from the Cassia. So a couple questing talents that will be uncapped. Actually, one questing talent that's uncapped, and three that we need to actually keep in mind. Kaimo Tripson being Dove in the top lane, trying to keep themselves alive, is able to give themselves some of that pixie dust, and is going to stay alive for now as Chesslooter comes up, trying to build a few more stacks on this simple geometry at level 1. For a hot second, I was like, I saw a bunch of messages in chat, and I was like, oh no, did I forget to do something? That's always my panic. Hey, Vita. Good to see you, bud. Hey, Joseph. From my experience, if Bud is red, there's not much armor on it, just saying. Okay. All right, Buttspot. But I was saying earlier, I was starting to say that there's 4 questing talents. Technically, Diablo does have a questing talent through the Black Soulstone baseline quest, so there is that, which can be built up to 100 souls, and you get the quote-unquote buyback, as I like to call it. It's not really a choice, but you get the insta-revive, maybe is a better way to say it. Fragastellar is going to lock down the towers as the Siege Giants are coming in through the top lane. Kaimo Tripson still hanging out here. Ngsmr and Hanzo grabbing the camp on the left-hand side. We have Cassia and Stukov doing the same thing on the right. First objective will be spawning in the upper portion center of the map. Meanwhile, in bottom lane, Uther is going to be putting quite a bit of damage into Zergy on this Dahaka. Not sure if Zergy is trying to play it slow or if the Uther is really putting too much pressure onto them. We haven't really been able to check into this too much. Tongue Drag is actually, I think the priority was for one of the Siege Giants, not going to be onto Uther, due to the fact that you can utilize the Siege Giant, or you can utilize the Tongue to pull the Siege Giant into tower range to speed up the clear in bottom lane. Zergy does have the Brush Stock up and available. Tongue Drag once again, Siege Giant's going to be the priority. We are also going to be seeing the Hero Stalker at level 4 to be able to build up more essence quickly in the 1v1 potential. Here you go, you can actually see right here, takedowns, oh my god, increase essence gained by takedowns by 100%, but you also gain 1x essence each time an enemy hero is hit by Darkswarm, which is that W from Dahaka, that little swirl around him. We've got a Ngsmr already onto the channel for this curse. Sylvanas dumps out a little bit of damage. Ngsmr steps into the bush, waiting for the vision to expire, and goes back to the objective. Now here's the thing, I mentioned this for a lot of maps, this objective has global vision, so you can actually see those couple seconds around where Ngsmr was trying to get that channel, not going to be able to do so. Sylvanas constantly reading that situation and able to poke out. Now, the shoe is on the other foot, I guess you could say, as Chesslooter gets one interrupt with the Sonic Arrow. Is there a scatter coming out from Chess as well? Burrow Charge comes in from Zergy. Danalor gets the channel just in time, and the members of Phoenix Rising Ruby want to back off, and it looks like gillyShark doesn't chase in further. But I will say this, Phoenix Rising Ruby did get the Burrow Charge, or excuse me, the Brush Stock out from Zergy, meaning that's a 75-second cooldown or a minute and 15 seconds on that global ability. And we should have the next objective spawning just as that's actually up and available. I was actually looking into the top lane on the mini-map, and Zergy being harassed a little bit by H2O and Fragastellar, who are locking down the towers and trying to find some sort of value, as the tongue drag will be just shy of Fragastellar. Phase shift comes in from Brightwing. It's a 3v2 in top lane, and I think this is what Phoenix Rising Ruby wants. They want to pull that Brightwing out of the bottom lane as quickly as possible. I want to quickly showcase 30 seconds on this Brightwing phase shift already, which can be reduced by minions around. So realistically, Hanzo and Dahaka could leave top lane, and this could be Kaimo Tripson staying up here with that phase shift already ready to go. Look at this, 7 seconds on that phase shift. Sorry, I just realized that the NGS logo is in the way, but at least I'm giving you the readout on the timings on all those things. You do see Dahaka working their way down here. I just want to check really quickly. Brushstock, it's up and available, but why not save it and just utilize a rotation? Samuro will be stalled out, maybe looking for a team fight. Stark backing off onto the left side of our screen. Shadow charge from Diablo onto a clone of Samuro. Jazalo very low right now, being chased by the Samuro as well as Zergy. Tongue drag would be huge right here, but it's going to be stalled out. Actually, it misses. Diablo coming around for the flank. The members of gillyShark are very split in this team fight right now, as there's a lot of damage onto Zergy, who does go down. Phase shift goes out onto Samuro, and the Dahaka goes down. First blood over the side of Phoenix Rising Ruby. Chest Looter getting very low right now, trying to continue to poke out against the enemy team, but this will be another point in favor for the side of Phoenix Rising Ruby. Fragastellar channeling that through. 2 out of the 3 necessary for Curse, and the members of Phoenix Rising Ruby. I was saying that they were maybe a little lackluster in wave clear rotations, but it is not so much the case. They have a strong hero for each lane, and kind of this Diablo that's floating around a little bit. Maybe even the Cassie, I would say, is potentially floating around, rotating into lanes here and there. Good play so far from Phoenix Rising Ruby in the aggression and managing the macro that could come out from gillyShark through the Dahaka, Brightwing, and this Samuro. Tongue drag will connect onto the Uther. Phase shift comes in from Brightwing, stun out from Uther as well. Polymorph will be there. Jazalo getting low, goes down. And that is members of gillyShark equalizing in kills, gonna pull themselves up a little bit further in experience. Boss is gonna be triggered. Next objective phase will be top right of the map, and it should be announced fairly soon, but between the Samuro, Brightwing, and Hanzo, this should be a quick burn onto boss. I would assume Hanzo has all of the quote-unquote Hanzo talents to be able to get increased damage against these minions, mercenaries, and monsters, and that will be a quick boss through bottom lane. No boss for the top right side, so Phoenix Rising Ruby will have to defend, but meanwhile, Sylvanas was pushing in bottom lane, maybe a little too aggressive. Fragastellar is going to try and Haunting Wave over the wall towards the boss. Stark is reading that rotation and does catch into Fragastellar, dismounting. Hanzo Arrow is going to T-Tors right next, but that will be a kill onto Sylvanas, staggering out of death just before the subjective phase. But here's the thing, the rotation is a little too long from the members of gillyShark. Dahaka doesn't have Brushstock. The Brightwing does have Phase Shift, but here's the thing, Danalore comes in, and the interrupt is there with the... Oh, that's going to be a wonderful interrupt with the Divine Storm. But the big thing I wanted to note as well, Samuro tried to actually utilize the clones to actually jump over the wall with the spawn of the clones, was just a little shy. Curse does go through over to the side of Phoenix Rising Ruby. First one of the game. Meanwhile, in bottom lane, Boss is kind of mitigating some of the pressure down there. They did lose on the side of gillyShark that Hanzo, but it is still 2-2 in kills. Equal in experience. A nail-biter of a game so far in our best of 3 series. Live best of 3 series as well. I know some of you actually really like. Some people don't care for non-live games. I understand that though. I understand it. Drafts are always really fun. Uther just drops the hammer into Zergy as the tongue drag will not connect. And Zergy should save the bottom lane for it. Mid lane will go down. Diablo a little far forward, but 15 seconds still. They can play this aggressive and pick up a few more of those minions. Meanwhile, actually, Samuro, I'm sorry about that, actually jumped into bottom lane. Kaimo Tripson came in with the phase shift, and that's another pick onto Uther. Meanwhile, though, through mid lane, it's going to be a keep front gate, taking some siege damage. The mid lane fort goes down. Sylvanas will find a free fort through top lane. So a double fort phase for the side of Phoenix Rising Ruby. Not a bad play so far in the first map of this best of 3 series. Who let the Monkey Man through? Obviously, it was Phoenix Rising Ruby. No, I'm just kidding. That's asinine. Hey, we'll see. We'll see if Ngsmr can get the value that we're kind of expecting. It is one of those heroes that the gillySharks tend to have banned against them. So the sheer fact that no one's banning it, well, we'll see. Hanzo, Arrow, T-Tor is next to the enemy team. Not going to be able to land and get a big ol' AoE stun. Considering invading onto this camp, it's 13s up on both sides. The Wombo potential and control is a lot more strong in favor of the side of Phoenix Rising Ruby. There's going to be a Divine Storm. I think Brightwing wanted to come in with the Emerald Winds, but that will be Ngsmr going down. Emerald Winds will be used. Veggies needs to get out. I don't think they have an icing out of this one. Actually, they do. So all that is lost is a boss and a Ngsmr. Dahaka ends up going down on the right-hand side as well. So in the end, it's actually a double kill for the side of Phoenix Rising Ruby. The boss play, a little too advantageous. I saw what gillyShark wanted to do. They wanted to basically put Ngsmr on the point and utilize the phase shift and then the Emerald Winds from the Brightwing to steal the point away. Unfortunately, there was an ice wall that kind of actually blocked some of gillyShark from getting on the point, and there was just a Divine Storm as well that really slowed things down against gillyShark. Well played from Phoenix Rising Ruby as the boss pushes in through top lane. Hanzo finishing out stacks. Veggie gonna icing away. H2O taking a bit of damage, needs to back off for now as the boss slams on the ground. Dahaka came in through the backline. Ice Wall out onto Uther. There's actually going to be a Blizzard onto Mixels, who dives back into the enemy team. Cryo Freeze used by Veggies to sustain themselves. Ball Lightning comes out from the Cassia as well. Tongue Drag will connect onto Mixels. There's going to be an Emerald Wind from the Brightwing. Veggies goes down. Mixels goes down. It's a 1-for-1 so far in this top lane engagement, and the keep is still really healthy. Dahaka's gonna get hit with a Shadow Charge, and the burst is gonna be out from Phoenix Rising Ruby. Meanwhile, H2O is gonna step towards this keep. Sylvanas locking it down. Ngsmr losing a lot of health, has to swap to a different clone and use the Shadow Walk, or excuse me, Wind Walk to disengage right now. This is a keep potentially going down real quick. Actually, no, not potentially. This is going to go down. I doubt we see a step to core. I don't think that they can take a core step right now on the side of Phoenix Rising Ruby. Ngsmr, though, gonna try and sneak their way towards this objective and get themselves on the side of gillyShark their first channel, as it's going to be a mass hearth out from the side of Phoenix Rising Ruby. Who let the dogs out? Offlane Uther. Phoenix Rising Ruby does not have great macro. They definitely need some early pressure. Lazy Hydra, yeah. I was saying that in the draft. I was saying I like gillyShark's macro and control for the map on Cursed Hollow, but this aggression from Phoenix Rising Ruby is mitigating any sort of macro pressure. The Ngsmr's really not getting as much value as I think they expect on the side of gillyShark. Not in a negative sense. It doesn't come down to the player. It comes down to just it being shut down, period, by the enemy team. The Ngsmr's not able to kind of get that free range that they're often able to do because this aggression from Phoenix Rising Ruby is so much and so constant as well. That's the other thing to consider, is the consistency of the dive and single target blow up that does come out from Phoenix Rising Ruby. Well played so far. We'll see if the gillySharks can turn things around. It's 4-6 in kills, 16 talents here looming for gillyShark, and we'll see that in just a second. We'll also cycle through some of the other talents in just a minute and see how all that looks. Ngsmr gonna use the short distance, cannot pronounce the talent at level 13. And fight actually is going to be collapsing in this bottom lane. This is what I'm talking about. Instead of allowing the macro to happen, the members of Phoenix Rising are just constantly diving into gillyShark, forcing the team fights, and it's working out so far. Hanzo rips an arrow. It's a very low Dahaka. Apocalypse comes out from the Diablo as well. Emerald Winds was used by Kama Tripson as the Shadow Charge onto Stark does connect. He's able to then swap to a different clone. Dahaka goes down, 4-7 in kills. Another curse will be spawning here in just a moment. And with Dahaka down for 28, there's no way they can brush stock and sneak this, and this is looking like it's another curse point to the side of Phoenix Rising Ruby. Actually, no, gillyShark should be able to get this since there's going to be the boss priority from Phoenix Rising Ruby. I missed draft. Oh, no, you're fine, Lazy Hydra. You're absolutely fine. I'm just giving you a hard time, friend. I hope you're having a wonderful Thursday afternoon. Thanks for coming by. I hope you're having a good day, my friend. Diablo being unkillable is the problem. I think there's a lot of problems here. Not enough range damage? Oh, nowhere enough range damage, huh? Between Diablo, self-sustain, 2 great healers that have armor, it's going to be hard to kill them. just reduce the armor forehead, and actually that's going to be one of the talents that was picked up by Brightwing with that level 16 Critterize, so that might be able to mitigate some of that armor coming in from the enemy team. But this is a boss slapping its way through bottom lane with the assistance of Phoenix Rising Ruby. This Sylvanas is locking down the towers, empowering the siege right now. There's so much setup going into Cassia, but she literally walks away with almost full health. The keep itself is actually targeting Cassia, reducing her armor, and she still has 10 armor on top of that. Boss wailing its way through bottom lane. Curse is up and available through bottom. The members of gillyShark did get that last one, so it's 1-1. There's no curse potential for the opposing side as the keep through bottom lane does go down. Boss just below half health. Cassia fending into a minion, and that'll be the disengage from Phoenix Rising. Just want to quickly look and see 497 damage coming out from this catapults into structures. Last day of the semester for you, trying to catch some rest, trying to catch some cast before I turn in. Nice, nice. Well, congratulations on the end of your semester, my friend. I hope your finals were nice and easy. I hope you have an amazing summer break and time off from school, I hope. Or you're just going back and you work full time and you work more and blah, blah, blah. But I hope you at least get to relax a little bit, my friend. And congratulations on the end of your semester. That's such a like relieving feeling. God, I like... Semester's ending was such a great feeling, always. That's going to be Veggie stepping forward to try and check into the bush. Phase Shift comes in from Brightwing. Dahaka Brushstalks in as well. The gillySharks are looking for a team fight before 20 talent tier is hit. I don't disagree with the way that gillyShark is playing this at all, but it's such a strong read from the side of Phoenix Rising Ruby. So gillyShark goes on to boss. This is really risky. Veggies is going to be in the bush, gets stunned out by the Uther. There's going to be a fend in from the Cassia. Blizzard comes out as well. Divine Storm, there's going to be an Apocalypse. Hanzo rips an arrow to T-Tor's next to a lot of enemy members. Zergy goes down. Veggies gets picked off as well. Stark trying to 1v1 against the Sylvanas and does not win. And the boss will be grabbed through top lane. Mid lane has the Bruiser Camp. Bottom lane has the Siege Giants, and now top will have a boss as well, and a curse against gillyShark. Phoenix Rising Ruby with momentum and then some in this game number 1 on Cursed Hollow. Uther to go for the channel onto this. The rest of the team moving in through mid lane. This is just the members of Phoenix Rising Ruby. Wow, catching Hanzo in the leap. The Emerald Wind will not be enough. Hanzo goes down. Brightwing's the only one left. The curse comes through. Keep is locked down. Virulent reaction onto Kaimo Tripson, who's able to get back into the Hall of Storms, but this is looking like the members of Phoenix Rising Ruby. They're going to be taking game number 1 in this best of 3 series on Cursed Hollow. GG, well played. Avoidance is so OP. It's very, very strong. Since we have delay, I'm making sure that I don't choose the prediction outcome too quickly. Alrighty. Phoenix Rising Ruby takes game number 1 in our best of 3 series. Zella with the bandit pets. Alright, we'll do those in a minute. You know when you tell people to have your in-game DMs open and they don't have their in-game DMs open? Just shaming one of the captains of the teams because they don't have their DMs open. Shame. Really clean from Phoenix Rising Ruby there. I agree. That's a very, very controlled game from them. While it didn't match the global, it was single target engage, single target blow up, momentum. This is a very momentum heavy base composition, and it got the momentum it needed. Baja just wants to slide into DMs all day. Look, Big B, I'm trying out here. I'm trying my best out here. That full health boss just strolling up at the end. Like, hey guys, what'd I miss? All right, let me show stats. I'm just trying to give you all enough time to be able to read the stats and everything. And then we'll get into bandit pets, I promise, I promise, I promise. All right, I promised, let's do it. My DMs are always open, Kappa. So wait, I shouldn't slide into them? Is that what you're saying? Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much, Zell, for redeeming the pets for the good boy. Very much appreciated. All right, let me make some notes. This, and then team score right, and then we have our map editor, one by them. Second map will be this and there. Okay, we're ready to go. We are ready to go. Oh, and we have a lobby. Hell yeah. Oh no, wait. Pretend it's a Kappa Pride. No, you're good, lazy. I'll still come. I'll still slide in those DMs. Best caster NA right there. Aw, Zell. I appreciate that. Thank you for the compliment. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Caster, our spooky one. Okie dokie. We're gonna get into a game here in just in a second. Thanks again, everyone, for the support. Thanks for hanging out. We've had amazing games so far today. We've had what? We casted 3 best of 3 series, and now we're getting into this one right here. A lot of great Heroes of Storm action. Sorry, I sipped my beverage, and of course I have to burp immediately after. What I want to bring up is tomorrow. Tomorrow we are going to have the. Okay, sorry, the lobby stuff's happening. Anyways, tomorrow we're going to be doing. What is it, like 5 best of 3s or something like that? 4 or 5 best of 3s for the Heroes CCL free agent tournament. That starts at 1 o'clock PDT, 4 o'clock EDT, 10 p.m. CEST. It's the same time as CCL always starts, and we have a bunch of the free agent games tomorrow. I will try and cast as many as I possibly can, but we're here, we're ready to go. Let's talk about NGS because we are ready into our next map. Let me push the right button. Welcome in, everybody, to game number 2 in our Nexus division matchup. gillyShark versus Phoenix Rising Ruby, with Phoenix Rising Ruby ahead. And if you're sitting at home saying, wait a minute, your dog's adorable, but how did we get here? I got you covered. The members of gillyShark lost the coin flip, so the members of Phoenix Rising Ruby for game number 1 opted for first pick priority, banning out Dragonshire and Brax's Holdout. gillyShark banned out Towers of Doom and Infernal Shrines, choosing to take us to Cursed Hollow. gillyShark lost that first map, and as the losing team, they can either choose first pick or map pick priority for game 2. gillyShark opted for first pick, meaning that map pick goes over to Phoenix Rising Ruby, and Phoenix Rising Ruby has chosen to take us to Tomb of the Spider Queen. With you all caught up on that, let's get back into our draft, and let's find out what's going to happen here. Our Respect ban on to Sylvanas, Malthael to be banned out once again, but what is gillyShark going to go for their secondary ban? I do want to point out in the last game, no Hogger priority from either side, whether it be bans or picks, obviously. Sonya to be banned out, so that is going to be a consistent ban still, not wanting to deal with the leap and the overall prowess of that hero, and a Zool ban. gillySharks are noted, or are known pretty much for running main tank Zool, but also Zool on a map like this that is very macro-based to be able to consistently throw, amplify the siege with these skeletal defenders. Oof. I take personal offense on BW Silly not receiving the love it deserves. BW Silly is one of the best emotes in the game. Spooky Worm, number 1 though, in my opinion. Circa is bad. Thank you for the follow. Sylvanas ban. Cat Peach! Cat Peach! Cat Peach! There's a Probius? They're gonna Probius? They second pick a Probius.
NANI?
What? What? I'm mentally here.
I fucking beg your pardon, friend.
I don't know what we're watching. I don't know what we're watching. I don't know what we're watching. I don't. Cat Peach. Cat Peach. Cat Peach.
Reckoning is at hand.
Oh! It's Juice Pirates from the gillySharks. The gillySharks are gonna Juice Pirate. Is that Hero Physio? Where? In my chat? Probably not. He's too smart to be here. I have no idea what we're looking at. I don't know. Here's a Twitch prediction, everybody. I have no idea. Y'all choose who wins. You got 2 minutes, 120 seconds. I don't know what this draft is. I don't know. Someone explain this to me. Juice Pirates versus Probius. Okay, I'm just back to Bandit now, everybody. How can I possibly predict who's going to win this? I know, right, Zell? Like, if I was a betting person, I don't know what I would even actually put my points into. I really don't. This is gonna be a wild game. I trust Probius with all my soul. Wow. I refuse to bet on Probius. Well, let's go ahead and get on into it, everybody. Let's see what's going to happen here. On the left-hand side, we have the members of gillyShark trying to take us to a game number 3 through Tomb of the Spider Queen. Zergymonster on the Diva. Kaimo Tripson on the Lieutenant Morales. Chesslooter going to be playing the Greymane. Stark playing the Tyrael. And we've got Veggies on the Gul'dan. For the right-hand side, we have the members of Phoenix Rising Ruby. We have H2O on the Joanna. Danilor going to be on the Anduin. Mixels will be playing Cassia. Fragastellar on the Zeratul. And Tlems. My brain couldn't say it for a second. Gonna be on the Probius. 1 stack. Diva's not showing level 1s. Hold on, I need to break stream really quickly. There we go. By the way, if you're a caster and you get this, if you get this, and you're like, God, I wish I could get rid of it, Control, Alt, K. There you go. There you go. There you go. For all those casters out there. Also, by the way, you can see my cursor. Make it smaller. You can go into your options, go into keyboard and mouse, and change your mouse size to absolutely tiny, so that way you don't have a giant cursor in front of your casting. Anyways, little casting tips as we are going to get into Tomb of Spider Queen. Veggies getting chunked here, but Kaimo Tripson has that Healy Beam. Zergymonster is going to be in bottom lane up against Fragastellar, this Zeratul. God, chat, I don't know. I literally do not know who I would actually bet on. It's Juice Pirates versus Probius. Jazzlo, thank you for the 50 bits. We'll resend your alert when we get out of game. Really appreciate that. We just don't have alerts set on during game, so that we're not too distracted, but I still talk about them, so I guess that's just as distracting. 2 up on both sides when it comes to our levels. No kills just yet. The Probius is going to be playing safe within the rotations, as this is just picking up gems and rotating from top to mid. I approve of my team's draft. Wow. What an obtuse key combo? Not really. To turn off chat, it's Control-Shift-C. To turn off the little, like, if you ever go into a replay and you don't want to see, like, how much time is left, that little, like, box, it's Control-Alt-O, if I'm not mistaken. There's a lot of little key combinations like that. There's a key combination to literally turn off the entire UI. It's like W-Enter or something. It's like Shift-Up. No, it's Control-Shift-W, I think. So yeah, there's a lot of, with Aliobs, there's a lot of, like, key combinations. Like, for example, Control-7 gets you KDA. Control-8 gets you Time CC. These are things that are non-standard within the Blizzard UI, because why would Blizzard make an esports thing and not actually put a good UI around it? That's crazy. Because typically in the Blizzard UI, you have talents, which take literally 1/3 of the screen, or you have damage. This doesn't exist, APM doesn't exist, XP doesn't exist, healing or time dead doesn't exist, carried objectives doesn't exist, so it's just we work with a better UI, so that's why there's some interesting key combinations to avoid any sort of combinations that would actually affect Heroes of the Storm. I'm getting a little too rambly about overlay stuff, and it's caster things. I get very excited to talk about caster things. gillySharks have 33 out of the 50 in the bank currently, 13 out of the 50 for the side of Phoenix Rising Ruby, 9 in the pockets of gillyShark, 36 in the side of Phoenix Rising Ruby as we are approaching that 7 talent tier, as well as a turn-in availability for Phoenix Rising Ruby. gillyShark probably, what, 4 gems away, 6 gems away? No, caster math. Basically, they were close. With the gems constantly going up, it's always one of those things that's just like, well, what number do I actually need to say here? Right now, though, the gillySharks are controlling the rotations. We do have that Siege Giant camp grabbed by Chest Looter. What if here's the thing, chat. What if gillyShark they feign that they're going to Juice Pirate and they just never do? Like, what if they just go like Stim Drone Greymane? I mean, it's possible. Stimmed Diva would be actually kind of crazy, I feel. Sustained damage from her. It's low damage, but it's a lot of damage. And I don't know what the increased speed from Stim is, but it's a possibility. Like, it could just be a hard juke in the end from gillyShark, but with literally Lieutenant Morales, Greymane, and the Tyrael, it feels very Juice Piratey. We'll have to see. We will have to see in 3 levels what that's going to be. Until then, we can go ahead and continue to look at talents. I'll go ahead and cycle through some of the other numbers in just a little bit so you can all see what the damage, healing, and experience is looking like. No, Lazy, it's not. No, it's not. No one has turned in just yet on either side. We are actually getting close. I'm like, it's actually just a lot of like back and forth. Stark trying to turn in 13 gems. Wouldn't actually get the turn in completely. Would put them at like, what, 46? Yeah. H2O with 20 gems to go in. Veggie's not able to poke at that enough. Does find the second Fel Flame through. Gonna get a few more stacks on that Echoed Corruption. Another Fel Flame to go out to interrupt H2O. Meanwhile, Stark Diva has the turn-in over here in the bottom lane, so this will be gillyShark with the first... Oh, no! Tlems actually is able to stall it out. Veggies has the Fel Flame just in time. Probius turning in 5. Gonna put them at 49 out of the 50 necessary on the side of Phoenix Rising Ruby. It's a neck-and-neck game when it comes to turning in these gems. Stark gonna throw the Aldruin's Might out. Danilor might be the target. Doesn't actually go back to that Aldruin's Might in the end from Stark. Actually, I don't think they did. Let's go ahead and, as I said, cycle through those other numbers. Red Web Weavers do descend in favor of Phoenix Rising Ruby. Let's see what the defense looks like from gillyShark, as they are up a little bit in experience, but I would expect that mostly just to be from a few extra waves here and there, just being cleared ahead of time, not in the sense that they have extra waves. Maybe they actually did catch one extra wave. Do we have, yeah, we actually should be seeing the stats for experience in just a second or two, so we can actually look and see where the slight variation's coming from. Okay, so no, it was just a minion wave or two at the time. A little bit more experience from Mercenaries, but that could be pretty much mitigated by the heroic kill that was found early into the Diva mech. The reason you're seeing a heroic experience is because Diva mech counts for half a hero kill, the other half is the Diva pilot herself. Fun fact. She actually, it's not 1.5, because like Rexar is actually 1.25 kills. Like if you kill Misha, you get a quarter kill. If you kill Rexar, you get a full kill. Diva is half a kill for the mech, half a kill for the pilot. There it is. Whoa, whoa. Chance of structural damage from the Gul'dan. Okay. I guess you could say Sunny with a chance of structural damage. I have seen a lot of teams say that not Reign of Vengeance, Reign of Chaos? Reign of Destruction, dear lord. I was thinking about the Warcraft 3 title, apparently. Ooh, turn-in does come in for the gillySharks. I didn't look and see who's got what gems. 31, that's gonna be 45. Turn-in was really near for the side. Actually, it was literally like 1 gem away. Back-to-back turn-in was available for the side of Phoenix Rising Ruby, but they're not able to get it. First Web Weavers do come out for the side of gillyShark. This is going to be the second Web Weaver phase of the game in total. Probius with Null Gate at level 10 as well. Not going to be going into Pylon Overcharge, I believe is the name of the talent. Meanwhile, in bottom lane, we have Kaimo Tripson throwing a grenade out. No medevac to be called. Kaimo Tripson autoing into the wall, I think, just to build up a little bit of the energy as well. There's the Rain of Destruction out. That's bottom lane fort going down. gillySharks have set them Falling Sword. Light Bomb will go out. There's going to be a single target onto Veggies, who tries to get out of here. D.Va doing their best to mitigate the damage. Micro Missiles come out as well, and the Gul'dan goes down. That is actually first blood, 7 minutes and 50-some seconds into the game, coming out in favor for Phoenix Rising Ruby. Bottom lane Web Weaver finds the fort and pushes in fairly far. If gillyShark can find a keep with a Juice Pirate here, that actually could be insane. 39 seconds on the Rain of Destruction. I wonder if that is going to be the calling card for when we have our next, or when we have our first Juice. I keep watching the gillySharks on the minimap to see how they're kind of stacking up to make sure that they're like, we don't miss the Juice. A lot of people in the bush. Do we hear the brang? Actually, back-to-back turns available for gillyShark. Turn-ins available for the side of, dear Lord, my brain. Phoenix Rising Ruby. A lot of gems to be turned in through the top. Probius gets the channel with that one. H2O a little split from the team, but should be fine for now. And gillyShark is going to go ahead and just defend against the Web Weaver phase. Oh, wait, no, there it is. Medevac comes out. I'm assuming it's right here. So... Sanctification's up. Gul'dan has Rain of Destruction. There's Sanctification. The VP under the keep itself. Oh my god, Zeratul uses the VP Falling Sword, Light Bomb. The members of gillyShark should be shredded through all of this. Stark is actually slapping the keep itself. Mech Explosion comes out from the D.Va. Stark trying to get a lot of damage onto this. But here's the thing, chat. What I want to point out, the members of gillyShark just shredded their own economy of gems. There are no gems on the side of gillyShark. Now here's the thing though, medevac's up in 15 seconds. Keep is literally 2 HP. What's the medevac range? What's the medevac range? Hold on, let's learn as a chat. Medevac range gets the members of gillyShark to, you can see the kind of the blue line right there, gets them to about the fort range. gillyShark has to defend right now. They need to make sure that this Web Weaver phase doesn't end for the enemy team. And I know you're sitting at home, you're like, 10-minute Web Weaver phase to end the game, Bahamut? Look, it absolutely can happen. 10 to 12 minute games are absolutely very, very common on this map as the Gul'dan gets dove by the enemy team. The Keep in mid lane still alive, firing shots out to the enemy side. Mixel's gonna be targeted, but the armor's just enough from the avoidance of Cassia. Stark not able to find the damage necessary, and Stark should go down. Now Stark will try and find that explosion onto an enemy member to reduce their death timer by 10 seconds. No medevac should be used here, but H2O is gonna get chunked. This is gillyShark taking down quite a few members of the enemy team. Gul'dan just came back from death. The gems are kind of reset on the enemy side. Tyrael's down for 4 more seconds. Kaimo Tripson and friends could look to go for keep and maybe core, but no, Boss to distract the enemy team. Boss plus a medevac. Juice Pirates? Is it possible that gillyShark takes us to game 3 with a Juice Pirate? I don't know about this, chat. This is a crazy game. But if I'm not mistaken, this is season life for gillyShark. If gillyShark loses this game, there's no tournament, or there's no playoffs or anything like that. It's just GG, go next, see you in season 12. And I do also believe, and I think there's a caveat with what I'm saying as well, because I do believe that there are some other factors that need to take place. I think some other teams need to lose so that if gillyShark can get higher in the standings sort of deal. I was talking with them because I know that this game is very, very close, specifically for gillyShark. If Phoenix Rising Ruby wins this, I do believe they go into the playoffs themselves. So gillyShark trying to kind of upset a little bit here in NGS Season 11 in our Nexus Division playoff format. We'll have to see, though. We'll have to see. Everything is off of cooldown on both sides. The members of I love this. Phoenix Rising Ruby are actually playing a little bit back because they're considering, well, like, okay, well, is there going to be a Juice Pirate into this bottom lane keep that ends the game? And Anduin and Zeratul are actually playing so defensively right now. The blue web weavers do come out. Kaimo trips, and as we noted, let's go ahead and look. Medevac range. It's in range of the keep. Do we see the minivan called? Is the minivan going to come down in favor for the side of gillyShark? Gonna go ahead and just play this safe for now, not spamming the medevac consistently here. Boss did get some value through the top lane, right? Am I crazy? gillyShark got boss, right? Am I crazy? Yeah, they did, okay. It's on a 3-minute, 30-second cooldown. They definitely did grab that. Now, here's the thing. Here's what I'm wondering. Does Kaimo trips and pop the medevac right as the enemy team shows for this top lane, and they just go basically flank through the bottom and end? Seems like that's the play, seriously. You can see Zeratul and Probius are hanging around that bottom. Probius did finish out their level 1 warp resonance. Zeratul did finish out the... No, excuse me. Gul'dan finished out the Echo Corruption. Medevac? Oh, look at this medevac. It was... Because medevac has a global announcement, so that was just literally a bait to pull the enemy team and threaten this bottom lane keep. It's a mental game right now from the side of gillyShark. No back-to-back turn-in. Turn-in availability is 9 gems away on the side of Phoenix Rising Ruby. Veggies might be the target. Mixels has Ball Lightning. No Valkyrie to pull in the enemy team. Fragastellar is showing in bottom lane. Stark is going to try and sneak their way onto this keep. Stark has just going to grab this. Yeah. I think it's one of those things that, like, all right, cool. If I die, I get cooldown reduction if I hit one enemy hero. So, oh no, gonna get the wave, wait. There it is, yeah. I was waiting for the blink from Zeratul. That was what I was literally waiting for. But here's the thing to mention, chat. While Stark did go down, while Stark will be dead for the next 40-some seconds, you are going to have consistent catapult pressure through the bottom lane, which is going to be something that the members of Phoenix Rising Ruby want to mitigate immediately. And this turn-in, I think it's all gonna be, it's through the Probius, right? Yeah, Probius has the necessary gems to turn in. This will be defense. I would say strong defense through bottom lane from gillyShark to try and keep the catapult pressure, but without Stark, it's going to be a little risky. 14 seconds on that Tyrael. Red Web Weavers descend. I believe this is the 4th Web Weaver of the game. The second one for the side of... No, this will be the 3rd one. So this is the 5th Web Weaver of the game. 3rd one for the side of Phoenix Rising Ruby as they turned in 60 gems. First is 50, second is 55, third is going to be 60. So either way... We are approaching 20 talent tiers on both sides. Let's go ahead and cycle through those numbers once again and see what happens. Medevac is up and available. Do the members of gillyShark try and go for the Hail Mary play to end through bottom on to core? Zeratul is literally hanging around the core right now to quote-unquote get more health, but this is because VP stalls out the core from dying. The members of gillyShark have actually threatened so hard with the with the Juice Pirates composition. Zeratul and team need to actually play further back because they're afraid of the win condition that gillyShark has through that bottom lane with the medevac. Phoenix Rising Ruby already confirmed for playoffs? Okay, thank you. I didn't know that. I wasn't sure. It's hard for me to keep up with the amount of divisions there are for NGS among many other things. Top lane keep did go down, mid lane keep did go down in favor for the side of Phoenix Rising Ruby, who are looking to approach core. Light Bomb will go out. D.Va gonna try and stall things out. Eats the Light Bomb, and D.Va gets shredded before she's even able to get out of the... Not even out of the... I think she actually got shredded out of the mech. Like, it was like she jumped out, and that was the kill. Falling Sword onto Veggies. Joanna's a little split from the friendly side, but the subdue value is slowing. Ball Lightning does go out. Stark going to be the target. Is able to get the Eldruin's Might back into core, as we are going to be seeing this core of gillyShark starting to fall rapidly. Rain of Destruction coming out from the Gul'dan. Fragastellar getting a little bit low. H2O will go down to the Greymane, who did dive in with the Dark Flight. VP onto 2 members. The core is falling rapidly. Fragastellar should be able to close this out. Mixels is getting low as well. Go for the Throat comes out from this Greymane. Danilor trying to end the game here on this Anduin. 8% on the quarter. And Flems to Lems. Veggies is not able to catch up to the Probius. Can Probius end here? No, Chest Leader is going to have not even a go for the throat, but will be here to defend. We should see a medevac come into range for the side of gillyShark, who will try and end off this, I'm assuming. D.Va's going to stay back at the core, and this is looking like gillyShark might have just saved their core and turned the game around. Veggie's a little bit low. Members of gillyShark have to watch their health pools. Probius does go down to the D.Va in the top lane. gillyShark sustains themselves on the core. And ladies and gentlemen, we are going to head to a game number 3. A damn near Caleris core, but 7% on the side of gillyShark puts them in game number 3. What a game.
As the PPR captain, I approve of my team's draft.
gillyShark are the winners of game number 2, ladies and gentlemen. We head to a game 3. My points! All right. All right, I'm actually gonna go ahead and run to the bathroom really, really quickly. So here are your talents. I will show you stats when I come back, all right? Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry, I'm back. Glad I woke up to see that game. That was a good game. Elder Joe, damn. Raw. Give me back my points. No, that bandit buck economy is flourishing. It's flourishing. Okay. All right, back to Bandit 9. I'm just currently getting everyone all set up for our game. So, team score left side. Alrighty. Okay, everybody. Are we ready? Our first best of 3 that goes to a game number 3. We're going to get here into a lobby in just a second. We're waiting. We need to wait for a little bit because one of the players did DC post-game, so that's at least pretty good right there. So we're going to wait and try and get that player back in, and we'll have to see what happens until then. I need to hoard more so I can get my first hours. I had to do my 1 game of probe this season. Slem, thank you for the probe game. It got a very good reaction out of me in the draft. It definitely got a very good reaction out of me. Oh, steampunk. Thank you again, everyone, for the support today. Thank you for... we literally pushed into a new sub goal today, so I have to figure out another sub goal for tomorrow. dear Lord, you are all the most amazing people on earth. So thank you for supporting stream. Thanks for supporting the casting. We are going to get into our next map in just a minute. The members of gillyShark are trying to get one of their players back in. They did have a player DC post-game via internet. You were my points! I believed in you! Just... good games today. Good games. We've had a lot of good NGS games today. Knees? Knees? I mean, we have time. We got time. Listen, 60% win rate is not 100%. I can't win them all. No, I'm not saying anything about that. I'm saying it caught me very off guard, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. It caught me very, very, very off guard. Can I ask, WTF was that draft? Mixels, I mean, you tell me. You're the one who played in that game, didn't you? Yeah, Steampunk, there you go. There's some free knees. You can actually see the bruise on this knee that is formed from me hurting myself, as always. You can actually see here on my finger. I slammed this in a door. I'm very, very good at hurting myself by accident. I run into walls. I close my finger in doors. I bash my knee into the most pointless things. Foxington, come please save me from myself. That's the joke. No, I know, Mixels, I know. I was playing into it. I was yes-anding you. Want to see the best probe in NGS? Go watch Wood Tap That versus Better Than Bots from 3 seasons ago. Dear Lord. Probius is just not a strong counter to Juice. I mean, they picked Probius in the 2 slot. You can't expect Probius with that. You can't expect the Juice. They had to lose to give us a game number 3. I agree, Dragon. Or Dragoon, thank you. I definitely think that's the case. Steampunk, please. Steampunk, this is a wholesome Christian stream. We have like 10 minutes still for the player to get back in. So we are just waiting for that player to get in here, and then we will hopefully get into game. So now is the perfect time for knees. God, that bruise looks so much worse on stream than it actually is. It doesn't hurt or anything. Not too bad. All right, back to my question, everybody. What am I gonna watch after stream? I have stir fry to reheat. I'm gonna have a bunch of beverages. What's the I'm all just ligaments right now. What's the what's the haps? What's the good movies to watch? I really want to watch a movie. I don't know why. I could just watch a bunch of anime. There's so much that I have to watch. No. No, the knees were actually redeemed earlier by Kalis, one of the mods. You spelled wholesome wrong, Looney Tune. There's no W. I watched Rain Man recently. Oh, that's a good movie. I missed if you answered me. Oh, I just judged you. That's all. Pixels, thank you for the hydrate as well. I did redeem that. We hear a voice in Discord. All right, well, looks like the player's about to get back in. Drink your Ovaltine. I actually have chocolate milk in the fridge for later on tonight. And a lot of you might sit there and say, like, look, Bahamut, that's absolutely disgusting. You're gonna drink gin and sodas, beers, and then Bahamut, and then chocolate milk. When you have stomach issues, chocolate milk is actually really, really good because it just like it levels everything. I also drink lactose free because I have that problem too. Anyways, double knees, double legs, just woo! Goofy movie? I actually watched Goofy movie last night because last night was the 25th anniversary of Goofy movie. So I watched that last night and I cried. Well, I cried because of the movie, but I cried because of all of you because you broke me yesterday. You broke me today too. I'm just holding it together very well for now. Yeah, chocolate milk. I'm so excited. You have no idea how excited I am for chocolate milk. I love chocolate milk. I never drink it. I never buy it for myself. And I saw it at the store and I was like, lactose free? It's good until like May 20-something-ist. Like, I will be able to drink it by then. Wait, that's gin? I thought it was... No, 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 no. Yeah, we've had this one, and we had this one. We've had... This one's empty. Bless Harkin Giant Bane. Cheers, chat. No, the only thing I drink water out of is this. Is my giant thing of water. Actually, you know what? I do drink glasses of water, but if I have a glass of water, there's usually a hunk of lemon in there because it's good for my stomach. All right. Is lactose-free one good? I think it is. My dad says that lactose-free milk or lactose-free chocolate milk is a lot sweeter, but here's the thing. If it's chocolate milk, it's okay if it's a little bit sweeter because chocolate milk's sweet. It's the brand that I get, it's a California brand actually. There's actually, no, I get two different brands. There's the generic one where it's the cow jumping over the moon. I forget the name of the brand. I'm literally blanking on it. It's one of the Horizon. Horizon's one of those, they make a lactose-free chocolate milk. That one's really good. But there's a California brand. It's like California Farmers or something like that. It was just lactose-free, and I was like, lactose-free chocolate milk. And it's like $3.50, sure. Acidic beers when chocolate milk based. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Meow knows exactly what's up. Terrelin, wow. Hi, friend. Thank you again. You subbed literally at the start of the stream, but thanks for that. I appreciate it. Oh, okay. Looks like one of the players DC'd again. That's okay. We're hanging out. Is it better than oat milk or almond milk? I have never had oat milk. Almond milk I typically get sick from, but that's because there's usually a lot of sugar in almond milk, I feel. My stuff, like, anytime, like, so I've had, like, what is it? Like, there's lactose-free ice cream that is almond-based, and I get sick every time I eat that, because I think there's just too much sugar from it. Or they maybe add too much. Can't tell you. I just go lactose-free. That's what my parents always got. That's what I get. Might have to load back through the whole last game. Wait, what? Oh, I think they're just trying to buy some time for Zergy. That's what it is. He restarts PC and we should be good. Thanks. Okay, yeah, we're good. Also, how you doing, Harson? Good evening. Or as Iron Flare would say, why, hello. I put almond milk in my coffee. Feels so much better than using cream. God, I miss coffee. I can't drink coffee. Coffee's too acidic for my stomach. I have a bunch of stomach issues. I have gastroesophageal reflux disease, so it's basically just the worst version of what's the thing that everyone has? Acid reflux. Mine is as my mom put perfectly, it's a mutated form that's way worse. So, yeah. Well, hello. We've got some jobs for you. My brain is cheese. Stark is holding a hairdryer over my head. Oh, no, Hunter. I've literally had these stomach issues since I was like 13. So, and I'm 30 now. So it's been like anywhere from 17 to 15 years of me just dealing with it. Like, my favorite thing when I started to get older and I realized that I can't eat certain things based on my stomach because of acidity and how my stomach digests it and all that kind of stuff, every single one of my friends who was an asshole was like, you're a picky eater. And I'm like, no, I can't eat it because I'm going to throw up and feel awful. Like, it's like the people who would sit there and, like, I go to a bar and they'd buy me a shot of whiskey and I'm like, I'm going to feel sick if I take this shot of whiskey. They're like, oh, you don't appreciate the gift that I gave you. And I'm like, I appreciate the fact you bought me whiskey and a shot and ever, but I can't drink it, and I've told you this. And then I still drink the shot of whiskey because I eventually get talked into it, and then I curl up in a ball and want to die because it makes my stomach hurt so bad. It's just, I mean, it's one of those things I have to deal with it. I just have to deal with it. It's just one of those things. It's life, though. I mean, here's the thing. Here's the trade, though. I have the best dog in the world, and so if I were to have... If me having stomach issues means that I get to have the best dog on the planet, I'll take those stomach issues every single day. Let's get into a game, everybody. Welcome back, everyone, to the Nexus Gaming Series. My name is Bahamut. We find ourselves here in the Nexus division with gillyShark versus Phoenix Rising Ruby, and gillyShark trying to pull off the upset and take us, and win this best of 3 series here on Battlefield of Eternity. It's been a little bit of time, so I'm sure you're sitting at home wondering how we might have gotten here. And I'm totally not stalling. I got you covered. The home team this evening is going to be gillyShark. They lost the coin flip. The enemy team opted for first pick priority for game number 1, banning out Dragonshire and Brax's Holdout. The members of gillyShark banned out Towers of Doom and Infernal Shrines. Cursed Hollow was the first map chosen by gillyShark, and they lost it. Members of gillyShark can either choose first pick or map pick for game number 2. gillyShark chose first pick, and the members of Phoenix Rising Ruby took us to Tomb of the Spider Queen. gillyShark won that Tomb of Spider Queen game, and this will be a Battlefield of Eternity map pick coming out from Phoenix Rising Ruby, that losing team. That's what they opted for. Let's get back into the draft because I can already hear things happening. We are speed running the draft right now. Uther Lucio banned on the left, Malthiel Sonya banned on the right, Anubarak, Abathur, Greymane on the left-hand side, a Hogger May from Phoenix Rising Ruby. Wow, an explosive draft to kick things off in our final game in this best of 3 series. Ban phase coming out from the side of Phoenix Rising Ruby. I would assume there'd be a support choke into this. Maybe a Rhaegar ban. No. Diva, actually. No support choke. Interesting. Do you chase... No, I can't do Pickleback. Pickleback has too much vinegar in it, and vinegar is a trigger for my stomach. I can't eat onions as much either. I'm really here for Bandit Cam. Aren't we all, Anna Marie? The human body is an amazing thing. It can also be very stupid. Compared to allergy, wouldn't force someone to eat peanuts who are allergic. Exactly, Terrelyn. But people are assholes, and they're like, well, I can eat it. Why can't you? Like, I tell my friends out here the things that I cannot eat, and they're like, really? That's such a simple thing. I eat tons of them. I'm like, I can't. I literally can't eat those things. Good evening from Europe, dear Baja. I like your content, your contribution to the hot society, community. If you would have 4 hands, I would give you all the... Thank you so much for the kind words, Cam. I really appreciate it. Imagine winning coin flip. Yeah, gillyShark doesn't do that. Abathur on Battlefield. I can see it. I think it's got some value. Is this a best of 3? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Does Abathur suck on this map? No, I don't think he does. I definitely think he can actually get some value here. Zeratul Valera. Dear Lord. Is Bug Dog? No. What? No, this is Patrick. Okay, all right. Do you like zucchini? I actually don't know. I honestly can't say I've ever eaten enough zucchini to say whether or not I like it or not. I'd be talking out my ass if I said one way or the other. We have not talked about the draft whatsoever, but we have an insane double support draft from the side of Phoenix Rising Ruby. We have a solo healer Abathur. Keep that in mind. Solo healing Abathur. Twitch predictions are going, everybody. Get your Twitch predictions in. No healer. No healer. Double healer. No healer. Double healer. I don't know who I'd vote for. Oh, no.
We're dead.
Oh, there we go. All right, that's the last cocktail of the evening as we go ahead and get on into our 3rd map in this best of 3 series. 603, thank you for the follow. Glad you're enjoying the content. Abathur Bug. I see, Linker. It took me a second. I'm a little slow. Phoenix Rising, Ruby stole their healer. All right, everybody, let's get into the game. On the left-hand side, we have the members of gillyShark. We have got Stark on the Zeratul, Zergy playing the Valera, Veggies on the Anubarak, Kaimo Chipson on the solo heal slug Abathur, and we have got Greymane played by Chesslooter. For the right-hand side, we have the members of Phoenix Rising Ruby. H2O will be on the Hogger. We'll be seeing Mixels on the Ariel, Danilor going to be on the Whitemane, Fragastellar on the Vala, and Jazlo on the May. Let's go ahead and get into this. Papa Pingo, thank you for the follow, my friend. Glad you're enjoying the content. Anything? Euler? I saw that there were 2 stealthies up here.
Much better.
So H2O knows Stark's here. Valeera hasn't shown. The reason I'm specifically showing this vision right now is because Valeera hasn't shown, so I'm just trying to see how H2O wants to play this. Bottom lane, Anubarak and Chess Looter getting pushed in by the members of Phoenix Rising. There's going to be Stark tanking a lot of damage, not getting the hat in time. Well, actually, almost not getting the hat in time from Kaimo Tripson, who is in this bottom lane as Abathur. So it's going to be Valeera and... Oh, no, Valeera's staying in top lane for now because Stark's going to full Hearth and reset 4 HP. Since, well, you know, there's no healer. I do want to point this out, though. Self-healing from... No, actually, no. I was actually thinking that we might see the Regeneration Master at level 1 for the Anubarak for a little more self-sustained. But no, it is full gas from gillyShark right now. gillyShark is... They're all in on this game. And I believe, and if I'm not mistaken, I might be wrong in this. Someone in chat, please correct me. But if gillyShark loses this, their Season 11 is over. That is, there's no GG, go playoffs, you can kind of run it back or something like that. It is it. But at the same time, I do believe if gillyShark wins, they have to, there's like some other things that have to happen statistically from some other teams. If I'm not mistaken, I might be wrong on that. I might actually be completely wrong. I tried to check out some of the stats before getting into the games today, but it's just, it's so hard to keep up, at least for me, because there's so many different standings and situations and little dynamics. But either way, I think gillyShark, if they do win, it actually is, it might upset some of the bracket stuff. Might be wrong in that. Veggie's trying to burrow charge in to find the Impale after, excuse me, to try and find the burrow charge after the Impale, not able to do so, and we are going to see Zergy full Hearthing back. I gotta say, shout out to Aliobs for the upgrade on the new UI. So before, the only way to see like Zergy's little ticks right there is actually if you were clicked onto Zergy, and you had the little, you know, this is the little portrait thingy, you'd see that. Same thing with like Raynor or Orphea. Those are all now baseline. You can actually see them in the new UI that Aliobs put out. So just, I love it. Just, it's such a nice addition, because we have a little bit more clarity as to like things like Raynor with his I'm trying to remember what it is baseline, but it's not veteran marksman, but basically his pepper stacks. There we go. Zeratul finds a dive into the backline. Mixel's taking a lot of damage from Zergy Monster, but it's double healing. This is so hard to kill. Zeratul ends up going down in the end. Zergy Monster tries to dive once again onto Ariel, but she is going to go down as well. This is the difficult part of going into a double support composition. So many members can be low, but you have a White Man and Ariel healing. You have sustained damage out from the Vala. White Man can heal herself. Hogger is building his own health pool, so he's getting tankier and thicker as the game progresses. This is gillyShark fighting an uphill battle. They need to basically find isolated picks, and that's going to be difficult because there's no way Phoenix Rising Ruby wants to play in an isolated fashion. Obviously, we see H2O out here by himself, but here's the thing. It's Hogger. He's got displacement. He has got self-heal through, I believe, the Easy Throw Dynamite, and he's also got that Hog Wild, which is a disengage tool for him. It's gonna be a neck and neck game in my opinion, honest to God. I think gillyShark has some good damage. It's just getting onto the right hero at the right time, which is so much easier to say than done. Currently have Belith, though, on this left-hand side being zoned by the side of Phoenix Rising Ruby. We have Zeratul in the bottom lane, Anubarak and Abathur pushing out the top lane. 7 talent here looming more so in favor for the side of Phoenix Rising Ruby. Just need 10s. I feel like this is going to be a close game, honest to God. It's possible they misclicked and only wanted 1 stealthy. I doubt. I don't think. No, I think gillyShark wants to play this kind of crazy comp here. Chess Looter trying to roll away. Belith is very low. Belith has literally 300 and just 30-some health. Veggies comes in to try and make it happen and is going to be able to do so, but Veggies has sacrificed themselves, giving 7 talents here over to the enemy side and the 4th kill of the game. We are roughly getting a kill every minute and 20 seconds on the side of Phoenix Rising Ruby, and that will slowly but surely buff out their experience over the enemy side. We can actually show some of those other numbers right now. Hogger pushing out the top lane. Alarian coming down in favor for the side of gillyShark. This will not be pushed up. There's the target. There's the dive. That's the kill onto H2O. No! Wait, no. Stark actually comes in with the Warple Blade. I was just about to say, that is the most dissuading thing on earth when the enemy team, that Hogger is... If the Hog Wild got Hogger out of that, that would have been such a rough go for gillyShark. You put in so much value and the Hogger gets away. Oh my god. But not the case. We are going to be seeing the top lane fort being traded out for the bottom lane fort. I will say this though, the siege potential from the team that doesn't have a healer and has a Greymane Zeratul Valera is going to be able to burn down structures faster. H2O steps out here. Vorpal Blade is going to be on to... No, it's a silence out from this Valera and a double kill onto the Hogger, bolstering the experience of gillyShark. 2 to 4 in kills, but we are seeing an equalization into the experience department because late game kills are starting to add up. We are going to see the members of Phoenix Rising Ruby press into the bottom lane a little bit just to be able to grab this experience, push themselves into 9 talent, into level 9 and approach that 10 talent here fairly soon. It's going to be close. We can actually see the talents once again. Repeated defense for the Ariel. We do have the White Mane. I actually don't know off the top of my head. Inquisitor's Prayer for the White Mane. That's an uncapped quest. Valera did go into Regeneration Globes at level 1. I actually don't see Vigor very often. It's usually the Poison Bomb, I think it is. It's an activatable. Zeratul not going into the Mind Hunter. No. That's not right. Shadow Hunter, Regeneration Globes basically give, once you get 15 Regeneration Globes for the Zeratul on that level 1, you basically get cooldown reduction on your Blink from auto attacks. So a lot more mobility from the Zeratul potentially, but not even picked up, so it doesn't matter. We don't need to talk about it. 5 stacks on the Journeyman's Cooking for the Hogger, so not getting a ton of value out from that. We're seeing, what, 50 extra HP for the Hogger? Not the best. Hortipult in. Zeratul getting caught by the ice wall. Should be a blizzard right underneath that. Can Zeratul blink away? Nice staggering blow to stop the Zeratul from really even being able to do anything. 10 Talontiers across the board. Nothing out of the ordinary, I'm looking like. No Resurrect for the Ariel either. Gonna go into the Crystal Aegis to just sustain the friendly members during some team fights. A few more stacks on that Journeyman's Cooking from level 1. Zergy Monster setting up in the bush. Gonna get scouted out by H2O though. Q-Zera comes online at 16. Oh, absolutely, but he definitely still has some stickiness and some extreme value early into this. Abathur is doing their best to push out top lane and actually will do a great job of that. Also has the Mule. If Mule is not killed, it technically actually only has a 20-second cooldown. It has an activated time of 40 seconds, as you can see, and has a cooldown of 60. But that 60-second cooldown activates the moment Mule comes down from the sky. So that means that if Mule doesn't go down, you are having 40 seconds of... you have only 20 seconds on that cooldown, which means you can get a lot of good healing. VP to slow down the aggression of the enemy team. A Noburak burrow charges in, looking for one of the enemy members, but actually doesn't connect with the full... distance on that. Valera getting very low. H2O chasing out, but actually disengages, focusing back to Belith to defend for the friendly team. No one on the side of gillyShark will go down in this engagement. A lot of well tapping from gillyShark. Hogger chasing very far onto this Valera, but unfortunately it's a Hogger and a Mei, so it's not going to be anyone you want to kind of like catch out of position per se, because they're not the easiest to kill. H2O has the Hog Wild, and you have the Cryo Freeze from the Mei. Race potential coming out in favor for the side of gillyShark. Web Wrap goes out onto the Hogger. gillyShark maybe focusing on to the burn on this Immortal. The members of Phoenix Rising gonna find the Ice Wall onto a Nubrak, but I think this is more of a delay than anything else. Zergy Monster will be the target, and that will be a kill for the side of our red team. Abathur pushing out the top lane. The fort did go down in, buffing out the wave with those Locusts. Stark scouting out the enemy team, which is going to go towards the Alarian, the blue Immortal, to try and get that burn. But now Stark seeing this is going to dive onto the enemy team. Augur hog-wilding away. White Mane had some healing out as well. Stark has the hat from Abathur, getting a little bit of shielding. Abathur, pretty much the standard build, I would say. Hortipult in from the Hogger. H2O looking to get on a Stark, who blinks away. Jazzalo is though, and it literally Stark blinks into the Mei, and she's like, I have a blizzard for you, and then yeah, some doubling back for a hot second right there. But the Immortal in the end will go over to the side of our red team. Belith moving into top lane for the side of Phoenix Rising Ruby. Nubrak. Abathur actually going to Hearth back to the Hall of Storms. I wonder, does Kaimo actually have the burrow? Actually, they do. So they could have actually burrowed into bottom lane. Anubrak's already into top to catch Belith as they get into this lane. And Chesslooter trying to auto into it as well. Get rid of that shielding as quickly as possible because that means the Immortal moves into melee range once it loses that shielding. So you can actually attack a little bit easier, forcing the enemy team to step up as well. Mule going to try and sustain a little bit for this front gate. Ooh, Jazlo coming in here. That's going to be a Ice Wall onto Chesslooter. There's so much CC onto this Greymane who's just trying to Razor Swipe away. They go down, but Valeera found the kill into Whitemane in the backline. It's a 1-for-1 as Belith wails their way through this top lane fort. Ngsmr trying to make the big plays here. Start coming in with a cleave or two of their own. A little too low on health as the multi-shot will come out from Vala. Valeera goes down. Veggie's getting very low on this Anub'arak, and Zeratul will be able to clear out the Immortal, but this siege I don't think stops from the side of Phoenix Rising Ruby. They want to get a keep front gate, maybe even a keep. 19 seconds on Anub'arak, 14 seconds on the Valeera. This is good momentum, good pacing, and good aggression out from Phoenix Rising Ruby. I don't think they can end off of this, but this is definitely a keep through top lane. They also, by the way, need to confirm this keep. If they let this keep sit with a sliver of health, that means Mule comes down and Mule brings it back. Wow! The Ice Wall dive and the setup into the Zeratul, very, very good. There's going to be a double Anub'arak trying to dive in and CC the heck out of this enemy team, but it's not enough. And the clone of Anub'arak will fall. This is keep going down. The members of Phoenix Rising Ruby waffling for a second, considering the end, deciding not to go for it. Wow. This map will snowball before 16, you think so? Regen Globe Town on BOE? I don't know, I'm dumb, alright? Look. Fight's gonna break out over the camp, actually. I was expecting more value through the bottom lane to actually be, the value through bottom lane to be mitigated from that Abathur pushing out, but split fight once again. Chesslooter getting very low. Veggie's also low as well. Chesslooter goes down to the healing of Ariel. Searing Light value comes through. That's a triple kill. VP is gonna end. I would expect that there's a call to end through top. 20-some seconds on 3 heroes. You've got some decent damage onto core. This is an attempt to end the game from the side of Phoenix Rising Ruby. Now, I do want to make a note. We did have an attempt onto core, and I think they're recognizing what happened on that Tomb of Spider Queen game. Death timers are low. The members of Phoenix Rising Ruby decide, let's back off, let's play it safe, and let's go for the Immortal. Tail, how you doing? So keep in top, as I mentioned, did go down, so no Mule value from that. Mule is going to be trying to buff out the bottom lane. Ngsmr working on this Immortal right now, as we do see the halfway point going over to the side of Phoenix Rising Ruby. Where do the Immortal go? They actually go to race positions, so that means that the members of gillyShark need to step in without their 16 talents here. Ice Wall comes out, Hortipult in from the Hogger. I think there was a clone of Abathur's that was actually mitigated. Web Rep went out onto Mixels. Chesslooter very low on this Greymane. Valeera trying to jump into the backline, but this is double support, ladies and gentlemen. And look at those health bars of Phoenix Rising Ruby. They are losing nothing. Stark is probably going to back off and either grab camp or hearth away. Valeera's the only one who went down. 20 seconds on her. Stark waiting. Abathur had on Stark as well. He's going to grab this camp as quickly as possible so that way they can throw some off-lane pressure into top lane. Also grab a little bit more experience to just kind of get closer to that 16 that, as chat's mentioning, and as we all kind of know, Zeratul really likes to be at that 16 mark with that cooldown reduction on cleave. Camp to be grabbed, it won't be scouted out quick enough by the enemy team. And Stark gonna blink, maybe hearth away. Maybe Stark is gonna try and make the offset play and force the enemy team back. We'll have to see. Abathur comes in through bottom lane. This is an all-in from the side of gillyShark through this top lane, at least through the Abathur and Zeratul. Meanwhile, through bottom lane, the members of Phoenix Rising Ruby trying to end the game here with this Immortal through bottom lane. Zeratul getting some decent damage. Keep is potentially threatened, but actually the Shaman actually summons a minion out. Stark is going to hearth out, get back towards the core and help out. Mule comes down to buff out the bottom lane keep. Belith is still very well shielded here. This is almost full shielding on this Immortal. Stark pre-taps the well, VPs onto the keep itself, diving in, trying to find some burst damage into the enemy team. No 16 talents here yet. Ngsmr with that smoke is trying their best to stay alive. Smoke Bomb actually keeping Zergy alive for now. Taps well, Veggie's backing off. Belith is going to be shredding through the bottom lane keep. And the members of gillyShark need to defend without their 16s. It's a sliver away, and Kaimo's very quick, or at least very close to being able to pick that up for the friendly team. That's going to be a clone onto Greymane, so double Greymane coming out. Zeratul avoids the Ice Wall. Crystal Aegis onto one of the friendly players. Start getting very low on this. Zeratul, 70 some health, does go down to the Hogger. Valir gets picked off as well. The core is going to fall rapidly, and it is looking like the members of Phoenix Rising, Ruby, are going to be able to take game number 3 on Battlefield of Eternity, almost wiping out the enemy team. Zeratul, excuse me, Abathur, the only one left. Oh no, Abathur comes in to die as well. No, I'm just kidding. The core goes down. That'll be Phoenix Rising Ruby taking the series 2-1. GG, well played. Punch drunk? Punch drunk? I don't know what you're talking about. Who wins? Phoenix Rising Ruby. Big points. At this time, we're going to be joined by Jazalo. Congratulations on your 2-1 victory, my friend. How are you feeling after that best of 3 series?
Felt great.
It felt great?
Start to finish.
What about that Probius game? Let's talk about that Probius game, because
I actively benched myself so we could bring in a sub player. We were feeling really confident off the first game, and close enough, right? 7% on the core. I was very happy with my team. We talked about it. We looked it over real quick in the interim. It looked like if Probius went for Gul'dan, if he just goes instead and launches the 2 Warp Rifts on the core, likely good, or if Zeratul maybe catches 1 or 2 more in the Void Prism or just locks them out, because it was the meme of destruction that really had the core. I think they might have actually been able to pull it out. And what's the point of playing a game if you can't have fun with it? And I feel like if you had gillyShark in here, they'd say the same thing. They were bringing out some really spicy compositions as well, and it always makes for an interesting series. I loved watching your facial reaction on stream, because I was viewing through the stream when we did lock the Probius. We knew that we were going to lock the Probius going into that match, and we wanted on the record that we play it, and because it's going to mess with how people anticipate our draft strategy. It's not like Clems only plays Probius, but now teams are going to be thinking when they see it, they're like, can we handle that? Do we need to ban this? Because if they're banning that, they're not banning some of our other insane heroes. And then we had such just a solid game 1, and then to turn around game 3 like that felt incredibly solid as well, from just what we were doing in comms, what we were talking about, where we were willing to give ground, where we were taking ground. Like, just we were so bold about it. We took a camp in the first half of the match.
It was, honest to God, it was an insane series so far. I want to jump to this Battlefield of Eternity game. What were comms like for you all in draft when you see that there's no healer and there's just aggression, massive aggression from the gillySharks? Did you feel very comfortable with the double support, or did you feel like you had to really be on your toes in this third game?
No, we were just like, we're just an undiable ball. Whenever we were 5, they could not kill us. They couldn't do it. Two of the kills were on the Hogger, and then the only other kill I believe from their team was
Whitemane.
Was Whitemane's death, and Bane was beating himself over. He's like, man, I just got finished saying let's not split up, and then he walked the other way. So, but it's not like we lost Bane for nothing. We still dominated that team fight, and we pushed for the fort, or the keep. Excuse me. So, from a draft perspective, like if you look at the beginning, we're constantly communicating with Hogger. How much distance are they getting top lane versus how much distance we're getting bot lane? We had the bot wall down before they even got the top wall. And this is really important because it forces Abathur to technically take a weaker talent, right? You don't want to take Mule, right? You want to take something a little bit more impactful. But he did have to take Mule, and that's because he felt the pressure. He felt the 4-man pressure because the 4-man was dominant.
It was really, really good. It was a really fun series. With this, you've already, from chat, they actually told me that you've already punched your ticket into the playoffs, and this probably solidifies your ranking or standings a little bit further. Going into playoffs, is there anything you're nervous, excited about?
Nervous about? No, very excited. The Phoenix Rising Ruby team has made playoffs every season since I joined, and I'm very proud of that record, and I'm glad to see that we're staying true to form. And yeah, we're just looking excited to play it. I said it from like week one that I think we're going to be the team to beat, and I'll see everyone in the grand finals, obviously.
Oh damn! All right, calling the grand finals already. Well, Jazlo, thank you so much for the interview. Before I let you run out of here, are there any shouts that you'd like to give? The floor is all yours.
Absolutely. I'd like to start out by shouting out. This is Covey. He is the Phoenix Rising organization director and creator. So if anyone is looking to join an NGS team themselves, whether they want to be a substitute, a core player, or even lead and create their own team, please reach out to him. He's the reason I still have a love for this game and a passion for it. And he does a great job making sure that everyone has the tools that they need. The organization is filled with teams from every division, from everyone in Master to people in Bronze. And so if you're looking for people to play with on your level, on your skill set, and you want to take it more seriously, he's definitely a great resource. And we have tons and tons of people. The Phoenix Rising teams in our division, we have another one in our same solar system that's playing in the where the Nexus division now, as they're calling it.
Mm-hmm.
So internal scrims among teams are very popular. It's very easy to get into, and I love everything about that. Next, I want to give a shout out to my awesome substitute players, one of which you guys are introduced to today. They're always available. They're always playing. We don't let them sit on the bench. They play Storm League with us. They play in scrims with us. They're very responsive, and they play a lot, and I am exceptionally proud of them and the fact that they are on the sub bench and that they choose to stick around with us. And then lastly, I want to give a shout out to my 4 teammates who have come together to create this amazing composition that you guys saw today. They're a lot of fun to hang out with. We're playing all sorts of games, not just Heroes of the Storm. We played Valheim when the hype came out, and so just this community just feels like it extends well and far beyond just Heroes of the Storm.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for the interview. Congratulations on your 2-1 victory over gillyShark. You have a good night, and I guess we'll see you in the grand final.